Welcome everybody, and thanks for joining our DPTC webinar series today. So today we're happy to welcome TEKenable, who recently joined DPTC Connect. So TEKenable were initially established in Dublin in 2002, and they're experts in AI and data. So TEKenable simplifies digital change for your business and uses rapid digital transformation services to help you maximize revenue, reduce costs, and empower your employees to bring results faster. Now I'm going to hand over to Kieran Kennefick, who's the client director at TEKenable, to take it from here.
Perfect. Thanks, Paddy, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Lovely to meet you all. As Paddy mentioned, my own name is Kieran Kennefick. I'm a client director inside TEKenable. Been here for a little over 2 years now. I'm joined today as well by Padraig McCarthy, who is our CCO, and also Mohammed Khan, who is our CTO.
All right.
Next page. Next page there, Mo. So again, just agendas. We've obviously just been through some very brief introductions. I myself will just take you through a bit of a company overview, and then I'm going to hand you over to Mo, and he's going to take you through the current state of analytics in enterprises, how Microsoft Fabric can, I suppose, help simplify, how, I suppose, around the capabilities and a demonstration around that also. And he's going to take you through the Fabric approach to getting started as well. And then we'll take you through a bit of a smart offer at the end. So again, just in relation to, I suppose, TEKenable, who we are and what we're all about. The main markets really for ourselves would be Ireland first and then the UK. Our company was founded back in 2002 in Dublin. We're sitting roughly now at about 240, 250 employees. It kind of varies month on month. Us as a company, we've been on the Deloitte Fast 50 now for nearly 6 years in a row. And again, we are part of the best place to work in Ireland, and we've been on that now 3 years as well. From a sector or vertical point of view, we do work across a lot, but again, the dairy and the equine and all that section, as you will see in a minute, is a big part of our business. Again, from a certification point of view, we're ISO 9001, 27001, and again, ISO 13485, which is kind of around the medical device area. From a Microsoft Awards point of view, as you can see here, you've got a big gold plate on the bottom left. We were awarded AI Partner of the Year by Microsoft last year, and also ERP Business Central Partner of the Year last year as well. And again, we are, as I mentioned, a Microsoft Solutions Partner. We do have 4 advanced specializations. Again, these specializations are very hard to A, get, but then I would say also B, they're very hard to keep. And again, our work does get audited by Microsoft every single year. Next slide, Mo. Just some of the global brands that we work with, the likes of the McDonald's and the H&Ks and the Zurichs and the Weatherbys. Again, just want to give you a flavor who we work with. And again, Mo. And then these are some of the customers that have come on board, very much so, I would say, in the last 24 to 36 months. Working with brands like the Kingspans, like the ITCs, Dairy Goals, Fáilte Ireland, Weatherbys, Hireco, Coolmore Stud. Again, a lot of these brands have literally in the last 24 to 36 months have come on board with us. As I mentioned, we are involved in the agri services, as you can see from the bovine side of things, working with the likes of Dairy Gold and Weatherby Scientific from the SNPs DNA profiling. But then again, we're down to the retailing side of things, work with the likes of Musgraves, BWG, Palace Foods, Monaghan Mushrooms, and again, all the way over from a technology point of view as well. Next slide, Mo. Again, I suppose the biggest thing here for me today is business transformation enablers. I suppose the essential components of any business modernization. You have your data, which we're here to talk about today, but unless you have the right people, the right processes, and the right technology, no matter how good or bad your data is, you won't be able to move anywhere in relation to modernization. And over to yourself, Mo.
Thank you, Kieran, for that. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take you through quite a lot of content, so apologies in advance. And because of the need of the kind of the time slot, I'll be rushing some of the content a bit, but we can share that video later on in case you want to review it at your leisure. I'm going to start by kind of setting the stage as to what the current state of data analytics and business intelligence is. Typically, when we engage with organizations, where are they now, and what are they trying to do? What are the challenges, and how a unified data analytics platform then can help alleviate those challenges. I might touch on one or two kind of dairy kind of processing industry specific slides that based on our thinking, how this type of approach could actually help your industry as well. Kind of the world is moving very fast towards digitization, and we're producing a lot of data. The data is being produced with your kind of employee interactions. The customers, when they interact with you, they produce digital signals. Your operation systems, different various line of business systems, ERPs, CRMs, they're producing data, and products. Even simply applications are producing data in form of telemetry. All of that data can be leveraged, and if you can synthesize this and kind of gain insights out of it, that could help you improve your employee experiences. That can help improve the revenue you're generating with the customers, and that can help anticipate any issues with your products and identify bottlenecks in your operations. So data has become the oxygen of digital transformation, but research shows that only 32% of organizations are able to actually kind of get that maximum tangible and measurable value from the data. And this is where the challenges kind of reveal themselves. There's been quite a bit of disruption in the last while with the pandemic, and then the economic landscape is shifting quite a lot. And in that, what has emerged is the technological advances in AI, which I'm sure nobody's not aware of, even if it's a simple ChatGPT to the capabilities of machine learning. And what's different, what sets AI apart is its kind of a remarkable capacity to enhance our cognitive abilities, enabling us to think, reason, learn, and express ourselves much better. But a recent study shows that about 87% of business leaders believe AI will give their organization a competitive edge, though they are asking themselves the question, how will my organization seize this full potential, and but at the same time safeguard my business, my data, and my employees? The CIOs that are surveyed are scrambling to bring AI to their organizations, and as they prepare for the future, they also need clean data to fuel AI. So even though AI is kind of a game-changing innovation, it requires well-orchestrated data estate that can support everything from small kind of pet AI projects to scalable AI solutions that span an organization. So in addition to that, there are some other trends emerging. So AI is only as good as the data it's trained on, but the 91% of leaders that have been surveyed have reported increasing their investment in data and analytics. But they're not finding the success. So 72% of the leaders feel that the data problems and the data estate problems are actually affecting or jeopardizing their AI or machine learning kind of goals or initiatives. And 44% of business leaders intend from 2024 onwards, when this survey was done, to actually try and take advantage of Gen AI. So what is the kind of the hindrances to create value? What are the challenges from data? So businesses, obviously, from those metrics, seem to understand that the need to invest in advanced digital transformation and analytics capabilities is required, but they're struggling to scale. The difficulties are that they're siloed systems with poor quality data. The cost of integration. So the systems are disparate, they're siloed, they're not designed for interoperability. So there's essentially an integration tax and maintenance of that integration, which is stopping them. And as a result, that they're lagging behind in their goals for business intelligence and AI adoption. Plus, because the data is fragmented in the way it's stored and how the reportings are our reports are generated from it, there's a risk for data governance and security. There's also a dearth of technical skills that can work with each of those kind of different systems. So that's holding companies back. So we are in a situation where companies have invested in line of business systems or have built in-house systems, and they've been designed to help solve problems for business teams. But they've not been designed with a kind of a overarching data strategy. So you've got different systems having different copies of the same data, customer record being in multiple systems, for example. And each system has its own technology stack and their own, there's usually a reporting layer built into it. But there's no easy way to get an enterprise-wide view. So that's the limited interoperability between these systems out of the box. They're not really designed to work efficiently. And as a result, you also kind of have a risk of data exposure, the wrong people seeing data that they're not supposed to see because the control is not centralized. To add to that, if you do want to create a unified kind of data analytics suite or platform, it's a complex undertaking as well. There's just some visuals that you see there. The detail is not important, but it just shows you the complexity of data analytics architecture within Azure. Every project has many subsystems. Every subsystem needs a different class of product depending on what you're trying to do. And then the kind of products come from various vendors. And the integration is kind of complex, fragile, and expensive. So typically for this type of a data estate, kind of before the world of Fabric, you would need the source system expertise. You would need infrastructure networking expertise. You would need an Azure architect and a data architect just to put in place the infrastructure required to support your analytics goals. And this is expensive as well. So typically Microsoft customers, when they're engaged, chief data officers basically say, please simplify. I want to be a chief data officer. I don't want to be a chief integration officer. Tough economic times, and we're tired of paying the integration tax. That's the common theme. So how would you accelerate data value creation with a modern unified data analytics estate? Essentially, you swap the lack of access to quality data because it's in disparate systems, different technologies, with a single org-wide data lake that facilitates responsible data governance, discovery, and use. The lack of collaboration among data team with varying skill sets. So you have data professionals as well as business users. Each technology seems to have different skill set requirements. So you give them a unified platform where there's a low-code, no-code role-based experience for every user. And the increasing complexity of the analytics and the volume of data means that to try and get any value out of it, you need the abilities that are now available with generative AI. If it's infused in the platform, it allows you to quickly get insights in analytics applications, so you can scale the value out of the data. And the lack of data-driven culture that's currently kind of prevalent in a lot of enterprises, you basically swap that with a robust self-service tool set that that can be quickly adopted by people with varying degrees of skill set. You don't have to be an expert in multiple technologies. And this is what the finish line looks like, is a unified intelligent data platform. So you lay the foundation for long-term success by organizing your data into an intelligent data estate that's built on an open and governed data lakehouse. Organizations should easily and seamlessly be able to connect all their data sources in one place, protected by a secure federated governance approach. And with this built-in kind of self-service analytic tools, all employees can be empowered to extract more value from the data. You don't have to go look for data professional every time you need a report. Whether it's kind of advanced data preparation, exploration, transformation, and modeling, or through seamless sharing and visualization of that data and insights, which are embedded, let's say, in your line of business applications like Microsoft Teams and so on. This is how a unified intelligent data estate helps companies accelerate the insight discovery and transforms their data for successful innovation, including for AI. Just a quick couple of slides that kind of it's our thinking on how members of DPTC can face unique data challenges across the dairy value chain. We would imagine Microsoft Fabric can help unify and simplify data management, enabling actionable insights at every stage. So with a unified platform like Fabric, you can integrate data from, let's say, sensors production lines, and market feedback to drive quality, sustainability, and compliance in near real time. It gives you that secure governed platform that ensures your data is protected and ready for regulatory audits. Reporting commitments that you have and your commitment to innovation and excellence. So it'll fuel that, a unified platform. So you can see, you can imagine, you can integrate farm production and market data for holistic insights. You can get real-time analytics by monitoring quality, predict maintenance, and optimize processes. You can use AI-driven insights to improve sustainability, efficiency, and product development. And that's all on a secure governed platform to simplify compliance and on audit trails. So if we try to make these kind of success scenarios tangible, you can imagine a real-time quality alert that prevents issues before they reach the market, or automated sustainability reporting that saves hours of manual work. Typically CSRD reporting, the data is spread across multiple systems and Excel sheets. So Fabric kind of empowers your organization's members to collaborate securely, sharing data for example, joint research and innovation if required, accelerating the adoption of new technologies. These scenarios kind of indicate how Fabric could directly support the mission of your organization to drive competitiveness, sustainability, and innovation in the Irish dairy processing industry. So before you adopt a kind of a unified platform, you have manual siloed kind of a estate where you manually grab data from various sources. As a result, it's a lot of kind of effort. Your sustainability information is fragmented. Your reporting is slower, and your teams work in isolation. So the collaboration aspects are very limited. When you adopt a unified data platform, you ingest data automatically into the platform. You have all the tools available to transform that data and enrich it with AI, and then consume that through Power BI and use co-pilots, again powered by AI, to help you quickly get insights that are not in a canned report, but they're in the underlying data. This enables real-time alerts, automated reporting, and secure data sharing, and obviously accelerates your sustainability reporting. So that's the kind of what it looks like before you adopt a unified platform, and the challenges, and how the adoption of a unified platform would help organizations like yourselves. But how does Fabric help simplify this? So in this segment, we're going to try to go under the hood, just under the little bit under the surface of Fabric, and I'll use the aid of some videos. So this will be not me moaning on around. It'll just be some videos that'll give you a sense and show you actually Fabric in action. So Fabric is kind of the latest addition to Microsoft's intelligent data platform. Microsoft has been kind of a leader in SQL Server and a lot of other data technologies, both on premise and in the cloud, and that's kind of fueling its larger cloud itself. There, the CRMs, the Dynamics, the Microsoft Office Power Platform. So Fabric is the new addition, and what is Fabric doing? It's redesigned how we work with data by bringing your data analytics tools into a single experience. Fabric moves away from individualized services to unified stacks. So the complex kind of architecture diagrams I quickly snapshotted earlier for you, they're simplified, kind of obfuscated from the actually end user. So from multiple data sources to a unified data lake, and from bolting on AI to AI is basically infused in. So if we kind of focus in on Fabric, it's essentially a combination of the best of Microsoft Power BI, Azure Analytics, Azure Data Factory, and these all come together to create a single unified software. It's composed of different personas, experiences for different people, data professionals. So from people who are working in data engineering to data scientists to company kind of IT admins to business users. It allows all of them a single experience in a SaaS platform. It's all infused with the Copilot. All the data is in one lake, so you don't have to take multiple copies of the data. All of the engines can reuse that data, and the governance and the security and the data classification is all done with the help of Purview. So let's have a look at a quick sizzle reel from Microsoft, just to give you a quick flavor of, if you haven't seen Fabric before. Hopefully that give you a bit of a sense of what's under the hood there. So Fabric makes 4 promises. So it gives you that kind of reduced cost and effort of integration with a unified, secure, and governed platform. It helps connect you to any data from a single or multi-cloud data lake, and you use a single copy of data across engines. So you have data in Google Cloud or Amazon, you can just take a shortcut to it. You don't even have to copy or ingest the data into the Microsoft kind of Fabric One Lake. You can use a shortcut to the data. So it reduces the time it takes to ingest data and copies of data from all the kind of popular other multi-scalar clouds. It empowers kind of everyone. So to uncover insights, it helps data become accessible with easy to use tools, easy to train on, and allows you to visualize and embed the kind of the outputs in your everyday apps in Microsoft Office. And because AI is infused from the start, it helps the adoption of the platform because it helps every persona, whether they're working on queries or whether they're working on reports, to quickly accelerate the production of the end requirements. So let's dive into one or two of those promises. So let's look at a little bit more detail into how it helps to unify analytics on a complete platform. Fabric gives you one product as a SaaS service. So, it's ready to go. You don't have to set up any infrastructure, networking, architect, and secure that infrastructure in the cloud. It's all secure, ready to go, ready to run. Literally, from the minute you sign up, you can just start, creating your data workloads, and do analytics on that. So it saves a lot of time in kind of trying to create a unified platform in the cloud before this type of service is available. And then you get the different personas having simplified ability to use in one single pane of glass. The tools, they're all built in, and the IT admin and the monitoring and the cost management is all in one place. So let's have a look at another kind of video, a little bit more detailed now, that looks at all of these capabilities. So you saw how various data professionals interacting with your data estate all have the tools that are relevant to them within one single platform instead of jumping around different tools. And let's look at now how it helps the collaboration and empower business users who are typically, they're not going to prepare the data, they're not data engineers, but what they are is they know the data is, there's an endorsed data set and they just want to build a report and distribute it amongst their teams or colleagues. So let's look at a quick kind of demo of how a business user gets empowered. Hopefully that give you a good sense of how business users can be empowered and how that can foster collaboration. So having AI there infused in every layer from helping the data professionals create data flows and data pipelines, helping them write SQL queries, or helping the business users building reports, or even a data scientist to help build the machine learning model. It basically accelerates the enrichment of AI, accelerates every single data professional or business users interaction with the data, and that makes it a lot more easier and less costly to actually get insights out of your data. Let's look at some real world case studies that I just pulled out of Microsoft's directory of organizations who've actually kind of successfully deployed Fabric to get data-driven decisions. So these are kind of EU FMB companies, Flora Food Group in Netherlands. So Flora Food is headquartered in Netherlands, consolidated multiple analytics tools into Microsoft Fabric. So they basically had an analytics workload in the cloud, but they found it was difficult to maintain and expensive to maintain and scale, and the integration tax was higher. So they essentially migrated the workloads into Fabric, resulting in faster insights, reduced infrastructure costs, and improved ESG reporting. Similarly, Iceland Foods, UK-based grocery chain, they leveraged Fabric for real-time intelligence and the One Lake, which all the data in Fabric is hosted in, to unify their transactional data across 960 stores. This enabled them kind of to give agile responses to market conditions and customer trends. Similarly, Altec, based in Ireland, the EU headquarters, they integrated Fabric into Dynamics 365 and Power BI to create a centralized analytics hub that supports sustainability goals and optimizes, for example, their travel spend. So these examples kind of demonstrate how Fabric simplifies the complex data estates and accelerates insights in the real world. Let's have a quick look at Iceland Foods in the UK. They talk about, their data team talks about how Fabric has, why they chose Fabric and how it's helped them. So let's kind of swivel back to your industry. So Microsoft Fabric offers a comprehensive kind of data platform that supports the entire dairy processing chain. For example, from milk intake to sustainability reporting. You could get predictive quality and yield optimization by integrating lab and process data into One Lake, applying machine learning models using Fabric notebooks, and then visualizing the results in Power BI. For energy and water optimization, you can ingest the data through real-time telemetry and using what's called event stream. It's a component in Fabric. And then you can monitor in real-time dashboards and trigger automated alerts using what's called the data activator. It's another feature of Fabric. For sustainability and compliance, Fabric Warehouse and ESG data models support CSRD reporting and automated KPI tracking. So this end-to-end capability allows someone working on dairy processing to move from reactive operations to predictive insights, allowing you to boost yields, reducing waste, and meeting regulatory targets. And that's the promise of Fabric's unified architecture, is combining the One Lake with the various real-time intelligence and Power BI, make an ideal solution for modern dairy operations. So how would an organization approach to kind of adoption of Fabric? So typically, information, as we saw, lives in many places inside the organization's ecosystem. And traditionally, data warehousing approach has been to basically data hoard, shove all the data you can find into one data warehouse. And more often than not, that approach has not yielded success because all the budget and time and effort is wasted essentially just shoving data and hoarding it into a warehouse without actually thinking about what are the what is the clear kind of requirements here? There's no clear definition of the reporting requirements. There's no clear objectives for the system. So you get a lengthy process, and it basically burns the budget. We recommend organizations take the different approach, which is start small and do a POC with kind of all the features of Fabric that are relevant to you, and see how that can be leveraged. You'll probably make mistakes, but essentially you'll learn from that, and then you'll improve the actual production solution once you understand how it works. So TEKenable has a methodology we call SMART. It's essentially an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So we offer a consultancy. Let's look at how that makes sense for a finance professional. And then we'll look at what the consultancy is in a second. So in essence, we help you through this process of trying to understand what is the knowledge you need that would help you make an impact on your business. Rather than an enterprise-wide approach where you focus on trying to just data hoard, you basically focus on clearly defined set of objectives, and then employ an agile kind of business-first methodology that delivers real measurable benefits from that data project. Essentially, it's two workshops with senior kind of data professionals from our side that sit, with the customer's kind of a senior kind of team or stakeholders, and try to walk them through that process. As in, what is the knowledge that they would need if they knew it, they could make a business impact, and then from that we generate a report for you that makes recommendations after understanding your priorities and what's possible given what you have in terms of data. And we follow up with another meeting to help share the findings and basically agree the next steps. So that's essentially the end of my presentation. How or why there are challenges in data analytics and business intelligence, how a unified platform like Fabric can help you kind of simplify and get maximum acceleration and try to get insights out of the data. And then how you can start as an organization. What is the first step you take if you don't have a data estate or you have that kind of siloed complex estate, and how do you kind of start adopting Fabric or understand how that fits in? So I'm happy to take any questions if you have. You can also put them in the chat if we could answer them that way. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks a million, Mohammed, for that. Just is there more slides you want to present there, Kieran, or is that the end of the presentation?
No, look, I think the goal for today really was to give everyone in line, I suppose, an idea and an overview of how they can use their data to turn them into decisions. Again, obviously using Fabric. I think for me, Mo came across very well with the point of what is potentially available to these guys. And I think, look, obviously we'll open up the floor now. We have a few minutes in relation to any Q&A that the guys have, but if anyone online here would like to have a further discussion, we will do a free 1 hour workshop with you guys individually. Again, just get an understanding of where you are and where you're looking to go. And again, obviously that can grow then to further 1-day workshops if required. I don't know, Paddy, if the guys online can reach out to you and then obviously you to us, or if they want to come direct, whatever works. But I suppose the main point today was just to give you a flavor of, what's out there, what people are already using and how they're using it using Fabric. But again, as I say, thanks to Mo. And again, if anybody online has any questions, please don't be shy. Mo's is here for the next, I suppose, 10 minutes to answer.
Yeah, I'll just stop the recording now before we do the questions, Kieran. Okay.